Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the greatest musician, perhaps of all time, Beethoven himself, a man who plays the piano, and he comes from Germany, and he's known to be very, very talented. So let's give him a warm round of applause. It's an honor to meet you, Mr. Beethoven. How are you doing today?
Fine, thank you.
Excellent. Right, can you tell me about some of the pieces of music that you've composed?
I've composed too many pieces of music. I can't remember.
Can't remember them all, there's so many. Okay. Now, when did you learn what instruments did you learn to play when you were younger, and which is your favorite instrument now?
I play the piano, and it's my favorite instrument because I've been learning to play the piano since I was a little baby. My dad was my first music teacher. He used to let me stand on the chair because I couldn't reach the piano, because that time I was a baby, to play the piano.
Okay, and what was it like having your father as your teacher?
He was really mean to me, so I didn't like it.
Didn't enjoy it,
No.
but you persevered and you carried on. Okay. Tell me a little bit more about your family life. So you've mentioned your father. Was there anyone else in your family that you'd like to tell us about?
Well, I have, my mother used to also teach me some music when I was little. He used to, but my dad was a drunk man. He used to shout at me. He used to.
Okay, so not particularly good childhood. Tell me about where you grew up.
I grew up at Bonn, Germany in 1770. As a child, I was very sad because of my father. He was really harsh for me. And when I grew up, I became deaf, and I started making money by selling my music and playing it for other people. When I was deaf, I became more and more famous because I used to play the piano. When I was deaf, I never gave up to play the piano just because I'm deaf.
That would be hard to do. Well, wonderful. It's been great listening to your stories about your childhood and your accomplishments. We're going to give you a round of applause. And we're going to see if any of our public here have any questions for you. Okay? So, yes, Fahad.
How did you become deaf?
It just happened. Nobody knows.
Okay. And Khalid?
Do you play any other instruments?
No.
Just the piano. Sergo?
How did you choose the piano out of all of the instruments?
I don't have a choice. My dad taught me that when I was a baby.
I think his dad made him. You, sir?
No, I liked everything that I played in the piano.
And did you have any particular inspiration, somebody you wanted to be like, or any musicians at that time that you wanted to replicate?
No, not really.
Not really. Last question then, no?
Yeah. I met Mozart.
We had Mozart visiting yesterday, actually. Anyone else?
No.
Okay, well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure, as I said.